Hey, Bogdanovsky here. Welcome to a video series where we will teach you how to use AI as your personal learning teaching assistant. So you're going to learn how to utilize AI so that it can work for you instead of with you as an answering machine. So let's dive in. So let's consider the following framework. That AI is a very powerful tool, but if it used wrongly, then you get all kinds of misleading results, answers, and you get frustrated. You don't want to do it. You want to make sure that you're learning how to use AI a proper way from the beginning. We started using AI in education for the last several years. And initially, there was a struggle between teachers and students because students wanted the answer. Teachers were fighting back saying, no, this is your artificial intelligence. But AI is here to stay. So whether we like it or not, we're going to have to learn how to use it. So if you use AI as the ATM machine that sort of spits out answers, you want to revisit that concept. You will learn here, I'm going to show you how to use AI the proper way, how to learn about AI, how it recognizes that AI thinks, quote unquote, thinks only in certain way. It is running on probabilities as we speak. So the quality and how you structure the input will give you the results of the same value. So that is really important. And you will learn also how to use AI so you would recognize where or when AI is making mistakes, when AI tends to hallucinate, all those important skills. So AI is not a tutor by default. Yes, you can copy and paste, that's a temptation, but then you don't know whether this answer is correct or not, especially as you're learning a new concept. So you want to find a way of knowing that you can sort of trust the process, but you have to prepare the machine, prime, if you will, so that it will get to know you the way you learn, so it will help you in the process of learning. And the training ground here for this video series will be mathematics because I teach mathematics, but you can use those skills to any area, any subjects, any area of life. So our habits, we develop habits over time. We start doing certain things certain way, and then it becomes second nature. So when we use our bad habits, copy and paste, we feel that we are very productive. The machine did find the answer for us. And then it responds very fast, so we are very excited. And we didn't have to think, which is very scary, but this is the tendency that students or people who are starting working with AI initially, then they tend to follow those bad habits. So they feel productive. They don't learn anything, although they think they do. And that is very bad recipe. It's a recipe for disaster later when they find out that all they did was wrong, was useless, was incompetent, etc. So we have to remove that bad habits from our system. Because you know by now, if you have been using AI already, that AI sounds confident all the time. It doesn't know when it is right or wrong because the machine doesn't care, frankly. It can hallucinate. Yes, it can. And it can be wrong. But how would you know when the machine is right or wrong? We're going to teach you that. But you have to be aware of the possibilities that are in front of you. So it's not to say that you should avoid using it or you should be scared. You have to tweak it so that it benefits your goal, particular goal that you have in learning. So oftentimes we feel that we like copying questions and pasting it, but then the machine gives you very general response, and oftentimes it is not the one that you were looking for. So before you start typing anything into AI, you have to build some context into it. What do you already know about certain thing? What is the challenge that you're facing with that concept that you want to learn about? And what do you need to help understanding better or more? So you have to start thinking, what are the questions that I must answer and how I'm going to lead the conversation so that you get the best benefit in the process of learning. So the responsibility is on you. The way you learn dictates the quality of your learning. If you learn just to get by and pass the test, that's one option. If you really love learning, you want to dive deeper, then you have to change your habits. And then the first habits that you have to embrace is that you must think all the time. I know this is not very exciting, but that's the way it is. We as humans, we have to be able to think all the time. So once you do it, you know that you must check AI. You'll be able to verify and you will accept it as a normal thing because you know that you must think first. If AI is easier than thinking, then you must stop the process. Unless AI is doing some task that does not require really complex thinking. Then of course you can use it from time to time. So how do I set up properly AI so it does work with me instead of me? So it does not replace your thinking. It saves time. It speeds up a process. It is available to you 24/7. So almost at any time you have to go back to some learning or you want to learn and maybe deepen the concept, you always go back. There's no like, okay, are we closed now or the teacher is gone, you can't ask a question. But you have to be able to set up properly, and we're going to teach you how to do it very well. So you start with certain parameters, you're locking rules, you're providing a proper context. So it focuses, the machine focuses exactly on the concept that you want to learn, does not deviate, does not hallucinate, does not make up stuff as it goes, because you have locked the exact rules. And you're going to get those rules available to you, so you don't need to panic whether you want to screenshot it or not right now. So you have to build the premise. You have to let the machine know that it is your learning tutor. And it helps you to understand, not give answers only. Right? It gives you feedbacks. It does not give you solutions right away. And then you have to be able to correct your reasoning, not just getting the answers. And you have to make sure that the machine stays focused on current tasks, does not invent things, because it may hallucinate, may be wrong, and you would take it for granted. So, and the tendency you will develop a new habit is something that you must embrace. So every time you have a different conversation, you will start new chat. Because if you continue conversing about different things within the same chat, it's get messy, the machine gets confused in our human understanding, and it starts spitting out answers that you don't even know where they came from. So start practicing. So at the end of this video, the mindset that you're getting is very, very important. So pick something, any subject, and then start writing, because the more you write, the more repetition you do in improvements every time you ask questions, the better your mind is going to work, and you will get into a habit of recognizing how the machine responds, what it needs from you. So do practice. Start now. And then use tutor prompt, the one that I shared with you, and see how that changes the response. And you will ask verification questions. And then you want to ask, because every time you get first answer, for example, on anything, first paragraph, first solution, or steps to finding a solution to a question, you want to verify that. You want to ask, can you do it from a different angle? Explain it differently. Use one more example to walk me through the process. Things like that. So you can tell there's a work involved, but if you just learn how to use it, you will be amazed. Trust in the process. You have to trust yourself, of course. So, in summary, we understand AI is not an answering machine. It does not to be used like that, right? Because this is something that you will regret later when you get into the habit of using it as an answer machine. Bad idea. You have to always attempt something. Let's say you're solving a question, you do attempt. You say, this is what I know so far. I need extra step, instead of saying, give me the answer. Learn that you must always verify, and you trust yourself, not the machine, so that you're learning. Because at the end of the day, it is about your learning. It is not about a machine learning from you. You are learning from a machine when you use it properly. So in the next video, we're going to show you how to set up properly. So each video will give you more and more directions. But hopefully you enjoyed this video for now, understanding the mindset that is necessary for you to start the journey with the right step. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again. Bye for now.